Okay, we're here, we're live, we're recording. We are all set for today's webinar masterclass, and I'm really excited to dive into this with you. So I'm going to give it a moment while everyone finds me. Let me just open up all the correct bars, chat, everything else. There we go. So as you're hopping on, I'd love for you to say hello. I'd love to be able to check that all of this is working. I am 2-3 minutes late. I'm sorry, I had a little tech glitch just before I was about to go live. So I've just been kind of madly trying to get it all working in the background. Anyway, we're set, we're sorted, it's working now. Winning at life, baby. So welcome. Yes, Anne-Marie says she can see it. Thank you very much, gorgeous. And I have actually enabled the chat today. So those of you who are hopping on, say hello so I can see you. It's always lovely to see your comments. I'd love for you to ask questions and comment as we go through this session today. There's lots that I want to share with you today. As usual, if you have been taking part in the Impactful Coach experience, this is going to make lots of sense. I'm going to pull together some of the key points that I've been making during the experience. I'm going to pull them together to really talk about what's it take to make six figures as a coach, in alignment, in flow, from that place of building your dream life while helping others create theirs. So today's masterclass is the secret to building a six-figure soul-led business now. Right now, baby. So I'm going to be sharing how many points? 8 different points with you that I think are the key things, literally the core of building a really successful business. But not just building any business, building a business that gets to be in flow with your life, building a business that really works alongside your values, the things that you hold most precious in life, doing the type of work that you're excited to wake up and do every single day. The truth is, there is no one size fits all when it comes to building a coaching business. There are so many different opportunities, so many different ways. There are no limits really on the business that you can build. Today, we have women all over the world literally making 7 figures per month, $1 million, £1 million per month as coaches. Now, just a few years ago, people would have thought that was impossible. A few years ago, making 7 figures a year was the goal, right? It was like, if you could build a 7-figure coaching business, you were winning at life. And now people are doing that monthly. The next thing, people are going to be doing it daily. Now, that might feel right now like a million miles away. It might feel totally impossible. However, I share that because I want you to start stepping into the possibilities that are available for you. I think so often we limit ourselves subconsciously because we live in our little lives, in our little spaces, and everyone around us tells us what is possible and what's not possible. And so we kind of play in that game. We play that level of that game with those rules, and we never think about really breaking free from that. But the truth is, every single one of us have within us the ability to break free. Have within us the ability to build our dream life and support others at the same time in doing that with theirs. So I hope that you being here today and the journey that we've been on in the last couple of weeks has got you crystal clear on the fact that you do want to be a coach and you do want to help people and you do want to be able to dive into coaching skills and techniques and frameworks and just that beautiful space that you can hold for clients to really support change. Whether that's change from a health perspective, whether it's change from a business perspective, a relationship perspective, whatever it might be. We talked a little bit over the last few weeks about the 3 areas people invest in. We talked about people will invest in their wealth, people will invest in their health, and people will invest in their relationships. And the great news is all coaching fits into one of these categories or more. Quite often you might coach in a way that fits across all 3 of them. So coaching is a booming industry. It is a space that is growing rapidly. There is so much potential, so much possibility, so much magic in this space now. And it is our job to step up, to name it, to claim it, to decide for ourselves that hell yes, we are building these businesses and we are here to make a difference in the world with our own unique beautiful magic, from a place of alignment, from a place of flow, from a place of trust, from a place of truly giving ourselves permission to be all that we are. So on that note, good morning. I'm excited to dive into this with you today. As I said, I'm going to be sharing the 8 key things that will really help you step into building your own 6-figure and beyond coaching business. So I can see lots of you have written hello, good morning, hello, good morning. Lovely to see you all here. Beautiful. So first, maybe just tell me, where are you in terms of belief right now? In terms of your belief that you personally can do this, that you can build your own dream business, whatever that looks like for you. Because as I said, there's no one size fits all. And yes, today I am talking about building a 6-figure business, and I'm going to talk why specifically I chose 6 figures. I'm going to explain why 6 figures and why I'm passionate about really supporting women in hitting that 6-figure mark within their businesses. And that doesn't mean that you have to choose 6 figures. You might want to go way beyond 6 figures. You might have big, juicy dreams for yourself. Or right now, it might feel like 6 figures is just too far away. It might feel like this intangible thing that you can't even really truly believe. And you know what? If that's the truth for you right now, I get it, because that was absolutely the truth for me when I began my own coaching business. I literally was like, if I could make 20K a year, like I will be beyond words. I will be so excited. I remember literally being when I hit, I think I kind of went from like really struggling at like a few £1,000s a year to suddenly the next year hitting kind of about 45,000 or 50,000, something like that. And I remember kind of looking at it at the end of the year when I was kind of doing the tax things and everything else and being like, oh my God, like, look what I've done. Like I said, 20K. And my mind was blown from the fact that I doubled that and I hadn't even realized it during the year as I've been going. So if you are at the beginning, or if you don't have that belief yet, I want to tell you, it's not going to actually limit you. As you grow, you're going to have moments that blow your mind around this business that you've created and how far you've come. So yeah, do please tell me in the chat, tell me where you are right now in terms of your belief. What belief do you have in yourself to build the business that you desire? Are you a 10 out of 10? Are you all in? Are you like, I have got this? Are you an 8 out of 10, like really high on that scale, ready to go? Maybe you're a 5. You have your days where you're like, yes, hell yes, I'm doing it. And you have your days where you're like, oh, I'm not sure this is working. Maybe you're a 3, you desire it, but you don't yet believe it yet. Maybe you're a 1, you're literally just at the start of your journey and it's a bit like, I've got no idea. The belief isn't there yet, but I do somehow feel this kind of pull inside of me saying that there's something in this for me. Okay, cool. Nice to see those numbers coming in. Sorry, I feel like I've got a little eyelash in my eye or something, and it's bothering me slightly. I should have, it's a shame I didn't realize that was there before I went live. Anyway, I'll see if I can ignore it and it'll hopefully drop out and disappear and move out of the way. So here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through these points. I'm going to really share with you what is the difference. What is the difference between those coaches who are struggling and those who can build thriving coaching businesses? What is it that you can embrace on this journey to fast track this for yourself? Not just to fast track it from a place of hustle and push, but from a place of actually feeling aligned and excited and wanting to step in and fully immerse yourself in this experience. I do believe that becoming an impactful coach is a lifestyle. It's not a job. It's not a career. It's actually how you choose to live your life. Now, that doesn't mean that you're always working. Definitely not. And I'm going to explain again a little bit about what I mean by that later. So firstly, 6 figures. Why 6 figures? I can see some 4s, some 5s. So lots of you in that middle, some 8s. Yes, baby. Some of you are kind of in that place where you're like, I'm still new. I'm a little bit lost. But I kind of feel something inside of me, perhaps feels very confusing with the experts telling me what the right thing is. You don't know where to start. Okay, hopefully today will help you, Julie. So why 6 figures? Why did I even title this 6 figures? Why do you hear me talking sometimes about 6 figures? Well, firstly, I believe that 6 figures is the point. It is the point where suddenly things will shift within your business. When you're earning 6 figures as a coach, and by the way, that is way more possible than you imagine. It's like you can build a 6-figure coaching business even working one-to-one with clients. If you start adding in a mastermind or a group program, something like that, you're easily going to be able to go beyond that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those different levels in a moment as well. But 6 figures, I think, is the magic money number. It's the magic money number because it's the point in which you gain that trajectory. It's that point on the scale where suddenly like something happens, and showing up in your business and building your business and continuing to grow your business actually becomes easier, because at that point you've leveraged an audience, you have an audience, there are people with you. At that point you have testimonials, at that point you've built the confidence, at that point you've got the team, and at that point you've really got the life balance yourself, because at that point you are not doing this alone. So it means that you're not working 24/7. It means that you're really getting to live the life that you dream of. It really means that you're getting to receive with more ease. That 6 figures, I think something shifts, something clicks a little bit. I really believe that as women building businesses, we should believe that we can have 6-figure businesses and beyond, because that's when we start to be able to change the world. That's when we are able to pay other people within our businesses. And by the way, that's an incredible thing to do when you know that you're able to support other people in what they're doing in their lives, because you can pay them, and it helps you because you get to do the things that you absolutely love, and you know you're making that ripple effect in the world. That's incredible. When you know that your business has that kind of core in it, and it means you've got some of those systems set up, some of those things set up again that make life easier for you, it takes so much pressure off. And not to mention the fact that when you're making 6 figures, you're actually making the income where you can pay people, have time off, go on the holidays, have the support, get the massages, do all of the things so life feels in flow. So I am passionate about women making 6 figures in their business, not just because you get to, but because I think you've got to. I really believe that 6 figures sets you free in a new way. And so I really would like for you all to begin stepping into that belief, even if you're just getting started, even if you don't believe it yet. What would it feel like to have a 6-figure business where you know you're making that impact, walking your talk, making a difference? Imagine the people's lives that you're touching with your coaching when you're at that 6-figure mark, the impact, the beautiful change you're creating in the world because of that ripple effect. So I'm just kind of placing that down there at the beginning for you to feel into as a bit of a like 6 figures. Like, what if I could be making 6 figures a year? What if that could be in flow? What if I could do that in a way that felt really aligned? What if I could do that with ease? What if I could do that and feel really supported? What if I could do that and it just felt totally expansive rather than perhaps bringing up fear or doubt or overwhelm, or like I've got even no idea how to do that? So just perhaps feel into like, what could the energy feel like of 6 figures for me? Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. So I'm going to go through these 8 points, and then I'm going to, for those of you who are interested, I'm going to talk you through some of the details around the Impactful Coach program. The doors close to the Impactful Coach program this Sunday night. There are only 3 or 4, I'm not sure, 3 or 4 spaces left in this program. I only run it once a year. It is for women who are serious about really stepping into their power around coaching, who want to build a thriving coaching business, who want to really live their dream life while supporting others to do the same. It's a program with both sides of the puzzle. So I'm going to teach you how to become a powerful coach, how to hold that space. I'm going to give you the tools, the frameworks. I'm going to teach you how to work energetically, if I can say it, with clients and go deeper. And I'm going to teach you how to position yourself and build a business as a powerful coach. So the 2 sides go together, because my desire for you is to become a 6-figure coach and beyond, in alignment, in flow, in abundance. So I'll tell you about that at the end of today's session. I'll bring up some slides and I'll go through it, but I want to do the teaching bit today straightforwards to you. So grab your notes, grab your coffee. Let's do this. Are you ready? Give me a little yes, let's do this. So point number 1, you might want to write these down as we go. Rachel's like, yes, thank you, Rachel. So point number 1, is know where you're going. This does not mean know all of the detail. You do not need all of the detail. And most of you are probably big picture rather than detail focused. So if you're big picture focused, you have like a bit of a sense, a bit of like, oh God, wouldn't that be amazing? But there's no detail involved, and you certainly have no idea about the how. And it's really important that we don't get caught up around the how, right? We don't want to get all focused on, but how will I do that? How will I do that? Because when we do that, we get overwhelmed, we get lost, we get stuck. So the how is never the secret to really taking those leaps and bounds forward in your business. But I do want you to know where you're going. And I've broken this down into 5 different types of coaches. And I want you to feel into what is the type of coach that you desire to be. If you weren't worrying about the how, if you weren't allowing fear or procrastination or overwhelm or doubt or any of those things to come in, if you weren't saying, oh, but can I? And instead you were just trusting like, this is the level that speaks to me. I want to know what is the level that speaks to you. And you might also want to share what level you're currently at now. So you'll probably resonate with being at a level now, and you'll know which is the level that I want to grow to. So this is going to help you identify where you want to go to with your coaching. Now, I've put figures on this, monetary figures on it, but this is loosely held. For me, it's more about the energy of what each of these levels hold. So the first level, the beginning level that we've got, is what I call the hobby coach. The hobby coach is someone who enjoys coaching. She understands the power of coaching. She may well have had some coaching herself. She's probably the natural coach. So she's probably the person who people just come to for help, for advice. So she's probably coaching people for free all of the time. She might well have another job, or perhaps she's like stay-at-home mom, or perhaps there's other things going on in her life. So building a business is probably not number one thing. And it could be something that she's growing, but it's kind of going slowly. She's in a bit, she's out a bit, she's in a bit, she's out a bit. Maybe life is super busy, so she hasn't committed fully. So the hobby coach is someone who probably does a load of free coaching, does enjoy it, but isn't really in their business mind around it yet. Like there's no kind of business acumen to it. And there's perhaps like, there's probably something going on inside that doesn't 100% own their worth as a coach, possibly, not always, but possibly. A hobby coach is probably making somewhere between 0 to 20K a year. So somewhere in that 0 to 20K a year, it could be a couple of £100 a month. It could be a bit on and off. It could be that she does a lot of freebie stuff and isn't earning a lot of money for it, but she enjoys coaching. So the first level of coaching is the hobby coach. And I've got to be honest with you, when I began coaching, for probably my first nearly a year of coaching, I was the hobby coach. And I was a hobby coach for a couple of reasons. I was a hobby coach because, number one, I was lacking the confidence big time. I didn't really believe that people would pay me to be a coach. And I felt like I was playing and I felt confused. I didn't know where I was going. I was a bit like, ugh. And I'd got a load of imposter syndrome going on. Like, who am I to coach people? Like, my life is a mess. Like, can I really do this? So I've got all of this happening. So number one, I didn't have the belief, I didn't have the confidence. Number two, my 2 boys at the time were tiny, so they were home all day with me. So I was a full-on stay-at-home mum as I was training as a coach and trying to do this. So the second thing was that like I really didn't have any time to be putting into my coaching. And the third thing was, even when I was doing coaching, most of the time I wasn't charging for it, or I was doing this kind of like pay what you think it's worth kind of weird thing, or I was charging like £20 a session or something insane. Now this was a long time ago now, but I personally was in the hobby coach world when I first began. So tell me, is there anyone here who feels like, yeah, okay, I'm in hobby coach level at the moment, but it's perhaps not where you want to stay? Some of you might want to stay there, and if you do, it's fine, because if it's by choice, perfect. If it's aligned, perfect. But don't stay at the hobby coach place because of lack of confidence, or because of lack of self-belief, or because you don't know how you're going to do this, right? So that's level one, the hobby coach. Level two is the growing coach, So she has decided, I am building a coaching business. I am going to be a coach. She might have only just began this journey, but she knows she's going to build a business with coaching. So she's got a higher level of self-belief and a higher level of confidence than the hobby coach. She's more committed to it already. She might still just be starting out though. The growing coach could be earning anywhere between nothing to like maybe up to 6 figures. So, you know, £90,000, £95,000 in that year. So the growing coach is someone who's like, I'm doing this, I've committed, I've decided, and I am beginning this journey. Bring it on, baby. She might not have the confidence yet. So there still might be a load of like, can I do this? Who am I? She might be doing the up and down bit, one day being like, yes, and the next day being like, so there might be a bit of this going on inside of her. She might well have those moments of doubt, but she also has that excitement inside of her that says, yes, but like, what if I could do this? And like, maybe it is possible, or like, bring this on. So in my own life, I went from hobby coach to then going into growing coach when I decided, okay, Claire, am I doing this? I need to decide. I either need to go get a job, or I need to like go all in on my coaching. I need to like commit. I need to begin even though I don't feel ready. I need to like start with this. And so I went from hobby coach to growing coach. And when I shifted into growing coach, my first goal, like I said earlier, was like, if I could make 20K a year as a coach, but still have time with the kids and be able to take them to school, pick them up, do the homework, blah, 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 then I'll be really happy. And so that was my kind of first goal as a growing coach. And I'll be honest, at the time, I had no idea about what was going to be available to me, to all of us within the coaching world. So level 2 is the growing coach. Level 3 is what I call the lifestyle coach, right? The lifestyle coach is someone who does feel confident. They know their value as a coach. They're coaching regularly. They're making money as a coach. So they're probably somewhere in that 6 to 7 figures. So they're probably making somewhere between 10K a month to 100K a month, right? So the lifestyle coach is someone who's like found the flow, right? They probably do one-to-one coaching, group coaching, mentoring. They'll have a team that supports them. They probably have got into real flow with how they organize themselves. Maybe, you know, so as part of a lifestyle coach, some lifestyle coaches will be like, I only, you know, I have 3 months off in summer and 2 months off in winter and blah, 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 blah. Other lifestyle coaches will be like, I travel and I go on holiday, and as my coaching still goes inside you because it travels with me. So the lifestyle coach, though, is someone who is embodying coaching. She's practicing what she preaches. She's making like good money as a coach. She's got a team. She's owning her value. She's in flow with it. Like, it's working, and she's got it, like, right. Like, and it's lovely, because the lifestyle coach, that woman who's in the place 10 to 100K a month, the income's coming in. So she can really take care of herself as she grows her business. She has her own mentor. She has her own coaches. She invests in herself all the time. She does the inner work. She has the holidays. She practices the self-care, right? She's able to have the massages. She's able to like go on the weekends with her girlfriend. She's able to like do all of these things. So the lifestyle coach is someone who's built this coaching business, and it works in real alignment with her life. There's like this beautiful flow. There's this balance. Like, it feels good. It's part of her identity. So there's a real shift between the growing coach and the lifestyle coach. And I think the biggest shift here is level of support. So the lifestyle coach has got that support. She's got the team, like, it's working in flow. The growing coach might not have the team yet. So she might be doing more of it herself and learning the things. The growing coach is often in like is normally in a real growth curve. So the growing coach can often have to go through this like growth curve to get to the lifestyle coach. But once you're in the lifestyle coach, it's like, yes, finally, the pieces all fit together in this puzzle. So that's a lifestyle coach, level 3, who desires to be a lifestyle coach. So lifestyle coach was what I then decided I wanted to be. I was like, okay, lifestyle coach. I want to have the balance. I want to have a team. I want to have the flow. I want to have the consistency of income coming in. I like my weekly massages are really important to me. Going on beautiful holidays are important, all of these things, right? So the lifestyle coach was my next level that I was like, okay, this is it. This is the level, baby. I saw other coaches at that lifestyle level. And I was like, this is what I desire. The next level, level number 4, is what I call the CEO coach. The CEO coach is the coach who is making 7 figures, £1 million, $1 million per year or more, right? So the CEO coach has got more of a hunger inside of her. She's been doing their lifestyle coach. It's lovely. It's fabulous. She loves it, but there's more hunger, more drive. It's the woman who's like really driven, who's like, you know what, this is amazing and I want more and I can go further and I want to make a bigger impact and I want to make a bigger difference. And I want to push myself and see how far I can go with this. So the CEO coach is the £1 million, $1 million coach. And she is building a thriving business and it excites her. And she's got that drive and that hunger inside of her. Now, she can absolutely still have the balance and the care and the holidays and all of these things. So being a CEO coach, being a 7-figure coach doesn't mean that suddenly you've got to work 24/7, that you've got to sit in an office. No, like all the things of the lifestyle coach still apply to the CEO coach, but the CEO coach has got a hunger for more inside of her. Lorraine says CEO coach sounds scary to me. CEO coach once sounded scary to me too, Lorraine. Like there was once a time when I'd have been like, never in a million years. And this is interesting because it's how we grow, right? In a year's time, Lorraine, you might have decided very differently to that. So CEO coach is like, yes, 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 loving life in flow, owning this, like trust that this is part of my purpose on this planet. I want to make a bigger difference. I want to go further. And then the final level, 1, 2, 3, 4, level 5 is what I call the legacy coach. And the legacy coach, well, this is the bit that feels scary to me, Lorraine. The legacy coach is like the coach. The coach who will be known for probably hundreds of years to come. So the legacy coach are your people like Tony Robbins, Gabby Bernstein, Oprah Winfrey. Like it's the people who are hugely known. Wayne Dyer, who else? God, I'm having a name block, but you get it. Like you know the people. Fainted when you said there was another level. That's so funny. So the legacy coach is like the person who has left this like huge legacy. Their name is known everywhere. They've changed millions upon millions of lives. They have the books, they have the movies, they have all of the things. So legacy coach is the final level. I want you to feel into these 5 levels. What is the level that speaks to you? Do you desire to be a hobby coach? Is it that you want to build like this coaching that you can do alongside the other things that you do in your life? You want to have fun, you want to earn a bit of money, but that's all it is for you, but it feels good. Is it that you want to be the growing coach, that you're like, you know what, I really want to grow this business. I want to get to 6 figures. I want to be able to get to the point where I can have a team. I want to make a bigger difference. I want to build my one-to-one and my other offers and the different ways that I can work. I want to nail this. I want to have that flow. I want to make this difference. Like I feel it inside of me. Do you desire to be the lifestyle coach? Do you want to get to that place where you're beyond 6 figures, where you've got like the team, you've got the dream business, it's all flowing, you're literally living the life of your dreams, you can book the holidays that you desire, you're literally living life on your terms. Perhaps you know inside of you want more than that. You're like, CEO coach, baby, bring it on. I want to be doing 7 figures plus per year. I want to be making a bigger difference. Like I really want to push myself and see how far I can go. Or are you like, I'm going to be the next Tony Robbins, baby, watch me. So like type it in. I want to have a look. I want to see where you are with this. I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee. I have got, just to let you know, I've got a raging headache today. I feel like my head is going to explode off the top of my head. I have booked a massage for tonight. So tell me where you are with that. Let me know. Okay, what have we got? Hold on, let me scroll back, find it. Okay, we've got some people saying like they're the growing coach. It's me, but I'm here willingly. We've got you're the growing coach. Well, definitely number one, the hobby coach, but would like to move to growing coach. This is where I want to be. Okay, growing coach. More than ready to move into lifestyle coach. Yes, baby. Rachel's like, me. Level 3 sounds perfect. Would love to align and flow in level 3. 3 sounds good. Not sure about the team though. Oh my God. When you get the perfect team, they are a godsend. I tell you what, the women I have on my team are the most beautiful beings on this planet. They're like my angels, Claire's angels. 3 sounds good. Not sure about the team though. Oh, sorry, I read that. I'm 2, want to move to 3 very soon. Beautiful. I'm definitely seeing that I want to aspire to be a lifestyle coach. Yes, you like that. CEO coach sounds Sarah. I've read that already. Intrigued by the CEO coach. Yes. I want lifestyle coach. Yes, Sarah. I'd be more than happy being the growing coach. Beautiful. Lifestyle coach. Would like to start with hobby coach and see how it goes. Okay, I am 2, want to move to 3, but the CEO intrigues me. Yes. Okay, beautiful. So how do we begin this process? Well, number one, as I said, we know where we're going. We just decide inside of ourselves, you know what? I'm going to be the CEO coach, baby. You know what? I'm going to be the legacy coach. I want the lifestyle coach. This is what I desire. This is what I'm working towards. Because here's the thing, when you know what you're working towards, it makes your life easier. Like if you're about to trek up Mount Everest and you're just thinking about the actual journey, there's going to be times on that journey when you're like, why the hell am I doing this? Like, what are we doing? Why are we climbing up this mountain? This is so hard work. What's the point? Like, maybe we should just stop. But if you know where you're going and you know why you're going there, then you're going to keep on going. If you made the decision that you're climbing Everest because you want to be the person who stands at the top, that you want to prove to yourself that you can do it, that you want to take in that view, that you want to have that experience, that you want to become that person who does these types of things in their lifetime, then even in that moment when you're like climbing up the mountain, you know why. It's inside of you. You have already decided, I'm getting to the top. I am the person who's climbed Everest. I am the person who's going to take in that view. I'm the person who can push themselves beyond the limits that most people have. Like, you've decided that, so you're going to keep on going. And this is such an important part of your journey now, even if you don't realize it yet. It's recognizing this is where I'm going, and this is why I desire to be there. So when you think about those different levels, hobby coach, growing coach, lifestyle coach, CEO coach, legacy coach, and you feel into the level that you desire, why? Why do you desire that level? And I want you just to, on your piece of paper or in the chat bar now, I want you to type that in. Why do you desire that level? So if it's the hobby coach, perhaps you're saying, I desire to be the hobby coach because I want to be able to play with coaching. I want to be able to use coaching with my friends. I want to be able to do it in a way that has zero pressure attached and I just get to enjoy it, for example. If you want to be the growing coach, perhaps it's like, I want to be able to build a business that gives me the life I desire. I want to be able to make a difference through the power of coaching. I want to wake up each day and know that I get to make money doing something that I love. I want to be able to live my life in alignment with my values. What are these things? Like, why do you want to be a growing coach? If you want to be the lifestyle coach, why? You want to set yourself free. You want to have more ease. You want to feel super supported. You want to be able to travel the world. You want to feel in abundance with money. You want to know that, like, whatever you choose to do, you can do it. You're not having to like look at the bank account or make decisions. That you've literally reached this point in your life where you can just say yes and yes and yes and yes. And in doing that, you're inspiring other people all the time. In doing that, you're touching more and more lives. In doing that, you're making more of this ripple effect. So why, if you want to be the lifestyle coach, why do you want to be the lifestyle coach? If you want to be the CEO coach, again, why? Maybe it's because you're like, you know what, I want to make the biggest difference I can on this planet. Like, I want to be the woman who like literally made her dreams come true. I want to see how far I can grow to in this lifetime. I want to like grasp all the magic available for me. I want to see how far I can go, baby. Like, so maybe it's that. If you want to be the legacy coach, maybe it's like, I just know that I was born to be a star. I don't know. Like whatever. So I really want you to like feel into this and know not just where you're going, but why you're going there. And I'd like you to make some notes on it, write it down, like grasp the energy of it now, because this is really important. This is the thing that's going to keep you going, because the truth is we are all human within our businesses, within our coaching. And our humans, well, our humans are dodgy things, right? Our humans are filled with all the emotions, which are both beautiful, but can stop us if we allow them to. Because I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, there will be moments in your coaching journey when you go, I don't know if I could do this. Or you go, this feels too hard. Or you go, I feel like I'm heartbroken. Or like there are gonna be those times that feel difficult where it would be really easy to stop. And there's just like climbing that mountain, there will be times when it will feel really easy to say, you know what, screw this, let's go back down. I want to have a bath and a cup of tea, right? However, when you know your why and you know where you're going, that's going to drive you, and it's going to keep on moving you forward. And it's going to be the thing that allows you to have all of those magical experiences beyond your current belief. And it's when you keep on going that there's something magical that happens within you too. And you will all, I think each and every one of you will already know this. I want you to think about a time in your life when you grew, when you evolved, when you didn't think you could do something and then you did it and it changed you. Like there was something that shifted, that changed inside of you that was like, oh, maybe I can do this. Like, even when I think back to when I was in guides as like, I don't know, I was probably 11 or something, and I was terrified of heights. And we went on guide camp and we had to do this, what's it called? Abseiling. We had to climb up this climbing wall and then abseil down the other side. And I climbed up this wall, terrified, like with my eyes closed almost. I got to the top and it started thundering and lightning when I got to the top. And I'm like, and I'm like clinging to the top like this. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And the guy's like, yes, you can. You need to prove this to yourself, blah, 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 blah. And I remember, I remember just being so terrified, like literally thinking I was going to die, abseiling down the side of this. But you know what? When I got to the bottom, I was like, oh my God, I just proved to myself that even though like I am so scared, I can barely move, I can actually still do this, and something like shifted inside of me. And we all have these experiences, right? Even God, you can have them around like childbirth or being pregnant. You can have them around things that you've done in your business or your past career, around friendships, around relationships, around health things, around like so many things. That can each and every one of you think of just something in your life, and it doesn't have to be, it's not the things that seem big. Quite often it's the things that might seem small, but there was like a moment in it for you. There was a moment when you kind of went, oh, that's interesting. Like I've just discovered a new part of myself, or I've just discovered a new belief, or I've just realized that I can do more or go further, or like whatever it was. I remember when my own business went past that 6-figure mark. I remember again, like there was a bit of a thing of this. I didn't realize until I think that year when I did my accounts, I'd hit like £130,000. And I remember being like, oh my God, like not only did I hit 100,000, but we did 130,000. I remember just being like mind blown and kind of like, how did I even do this? But there were times before that in my life. So there were times, for example, there was a time when I was at university, and this, oh God, what band was it? It was like I've totally forgotten. It was like a dance kind of band. They were putting together people to perform on stage while they were doing all the music stuff. And so I went to audition. I remember getting the part to stand on stage in this like in this cage to dance. I remember like a moment where, talking about cages, we got tickets, and my ticket was picked to be on stage with oh God, what's his name? Living on a Prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. What's his name? how can I forget his name? I love the guy. I'm in love with him. Bon Jovi, thank you, Bon Jovi, that was it. And I got to be on stage with Bon Jovi, and like he actually like shimmied his body down my body. I remember being like, but the little things in that, and you might say, well, that's not something you achieved, but it was still a moment of going like, oh my God, something just happened that I never thought would happen for me. What else is possible? What else could happen? Like, how else have I been limiting myself when maybe I didn't need to? Michelle, I feel I want to make a difference, impact. This may be strange to say. I feel I am more than I am. No, Michelle, this is exactly it. This is the magic that I'm talking about. And I imagine every single person here has that feeling too. You, every single one of you, know that you have more inside of you, that you have that thing that goes, you know what? I feel that there's something more. I feel that there's more magic, more something that's just waiting for me to set it free. And I honestly, truly believe that coaching is the way that we do this. Coaching is the way that we set ourselves free, that we build our dream business, that we start to see like beyond the limitations that we had for ourselves. We support other people in doing that too. It literally changes the world. It's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it. So point one, oh my God, I'm still on point one. Point one is know where you're going and why you're going there. Point number two is keep your relationship with money clean. So if you've been in my world for more than a moment, you'll have heard me talk a lot about the importance of our money mindset, the importance of building a healthy relationship with money, how having a toxic relationship with money impacts so many of us, how the majority of society has a toxic relationship with money. The bills come in, we don't want to look, we feel in fear, we worry. Like right now, just look all over the media and they're like bombarding everyone with like money fear, like it's like they get off on it or something. So generally, most people have an unhealthy relationship with money. That means they're in scarcity around it, they don't trust it will be there, they don't have good money practices, they don't look, or they're needy around it, all of these things. So when it comes to us building a six-figure business, it's really important that we clean up our relationship with money. Now, this does not mean that you needed to have sorted out all your money shit before you make six figures, because the truth is you don't. I believe that our relationship with money is ongoing. There'll be new things that come up the more money you make, and you'll get to grow through those and move forwards, right? So this isn't like you've got to suddenly be like, little miss perfect money bags before you can make six figures. Definitely not. And here's the thing. This has also got nothing to do with how good a person you are or how aligned you are. And you know this because we all know there are plenty of people in the world who are not great people who have bucket loads of money. So money does not go to people who are good, who are aligned or anything else. Money goes to people who are the most open to it, like open to receiving. They have no baggage. So often people with no morals receive money with ease, right? Because they're like, there's no blocks. I'm an open flow, like I have no morals, so there's nothing that says I don't deserve this or I shouldn't do this or I can't charge this, and so I'm just open, and so the money just comes in. Now, I am not suggesting for a second that any of you abandon your morals. Definitely not. We don't want to be those people, but we do want to clean up our relationship with money. And what that means is taking away those blocks that stop the flow from coming in. So it means having healthy money practices. It means taking charge of our money. It means working on our money mindset. It means charging in alignment. It means not underpricing ourselves. It means not being the person who does it all. It means not being in that neediness around money and instead practicing trust and trust and trust. It means raising our inner money thermostat, because when we do that, our pathway for money will flow. And the more that flows, the more money you'll receive. And the more money you'll receive, the more you'll realize that actually it gets easier and easier and easier. The more you'll realize that you've attached all of these like rules to receiving money that are not true. Rules around, well, I've got to do this, or I've got to be that, or only this kind of people earn money, or like, you know, like I remember I had so much fear around money when I began my own coaching journey. And I had fear around money because I'd got into massive debt in my early 20s, like massive. I think it was like £50,000 worth of debt. And I had nothing even to show for it. So I'd got massive debt going on. I didn't trust myself around money. I was scared to death about every bill that came in and didn't know how I was going to pay it. So I was putting my head in the sand and trying to ignore it. I was super needy about money. I was going through a phase in life where I was very materialistic. So like the more like I wanted material things to make me feel good. Like there was like, it was a really toxic relationship. So as I began my own coaching journey, it wasn't quite that toxic anymore, but it was still unhealthy, still wildly unhealthy. And so I had to really go through this process and learn to work on my relationship with money as if I'd work on a relationship with a person, heal some of those wounds, change some of my beliefs, take away some of those limitations I put on myself, like stop being so like around money and practice kind of releasing my energy around it and getting into a better feeling with it. Recognizing that actually there was always money there when I needed it, and realizing that, oh, like this isn't distrust, I can actually trust money. And so this was an ongoing journey, and it's continued to be ongoing, because not only at that point I didn't think I could have a 6-figure business, I certainly didn't think I could have a 7-figure business. And so we get to grow with money, but we need to work on keeping our energy as clean as possible with money, because the more that we do that, the more easily we'll receive it. The biggest block to having money is usually ourselves, and that might be a little bit triggering for some people, because it might feel like, no, that's not true. This, like, it's because the government do this and these put these prices up and this and this because of all of these things. No, actually our biggest block is usually ourselves. So when we start shifting our own beliefs, our own thoughts, our own relationship with money, suddenly things start to change. Suddenly you can charge in alignment, you can receive with more ease, you can show up and you can sell. You start taking care of the money that you have, you start trusting money, and it all begins to change. So doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be put on a pedestal, but we keep on working at it. We keep on making it as clean as we can. So that's number 2. Does that resonate? Does that make sense? Can you feel that difference inside of you between that kind of toxic money relationship versus a relationship that you're working on? So it's might be a bit like a marriage, right? It might not be perfect, might not be perfect, but you're working on it. You're actively doing things to connect and to grow and to build that trust and all of these things. Right, number 3. And this is very much related to number 2, actually. It's coach from a place of desire, not need. If you're in need, desperation around money, and you're trying to bring in coaching clients because you're like, I just need 2 paying clients this month because then I can pay the bills. I just need, then you're in the wrong energy to coaching. So we have to really learn to disentangle monetary needs that we might have with our energy around coaching. When we're coming into the coaching space, we need to be like this vessel without our own like neediness behind us. So we need to be able to step into it from a place of abundance. We need to be able to say, I am here to hold this space for powerful coaching because I desire to be here, because I am choosing to be here, and I am here fully for you in this moment. When we can step into that energy as coaches, that coaching container is so much more powerful. If we ever step into coaching from that place of, I need this client, I need this money, I need my next paying whatever, I need this person to say yes to working with me, I need this person to book in their next session, we are not the clean, clear, powerful container that we can be within our coaching. So again, this is part of this self-leadership, right? This is part of us learning to work with our own emotions, keeping it clean, and coming from a place of desire, not need. And that can look different for different people, right? So it might mean that to begin with, you have a job as you build your business. It might be that you have to think about what you put in place so that you're not in that place of scarcity and you're in that place of desire, in that place of like, I do this because I get to do this, because I desire to do this, because my soul says yes to this, because then you're going to bring all of yourself to the table, and those coaching sessions that you hold, whether they're one-to-one or group, are going to be so powerful. Okay, number 4, find a structure that suits you. There is no one size fits all when it comes to you building your dream business. So there are 3 key models that you can be tapping into when it comes to the coaching structure that you desire. First, we have the model that I call the one thing. You're known for your one thing. You only sell one thing. So it might be that you only sell one-to-one coaching, and this is how it looks. Or you only do masterminds. You're like the mastermind woman. Or you only do a membership. So for example, she might have changed this now, but like Carrie Green, for years and years and years and years, only ran her membership. That was it, one thing. There are other people, there are plenty of other coaches that I know that only have a one-to-one package. It's a one thing. I know some coaches who have a year's coaching package. That's it. You work with me for a year on this package. There's nothing else on the table. So the first kind of structure is called the one thing. It's where you just have one thing that you sell and nothing else. You get known for that one thing. The second structure is what we call the triangle of offers. Let me just grab a piece of paper so I can just draw this on here for you. So the triangle of offers, just imagine a triangle, normally has 3 layers to it, right? So triangle of offers, sorry, I've got paper all over the place. Triangle of offers normally has 3 layers. It has the bottom rung, the middle layer, and the top layer. So this is normally one-to-one coaching, high level. This is normally one-to-one, because that would normally be our highest offer. This might be group coaching. And this might be like a free Facebook group, for example. But we have like 3 offers, and it's like, okay, I have my free group. People can come here. I'll occasionally do free coaching and different bits and bobs in here. Like, this is my lowest level of my triangle. Next level up is group coaching, and this is how much it costs, and this is how often I run it. And then top level is my one-to-one, and that's the premium package. So this is like the second option, which we call the triangle of offers. And then the third option we have is called the offer ladder. And the offer ladder can work in 2 different ways. So imagine a ladder. It's where we have numerous different offers. So for example, you might have one-to-one coaching on there. You might have group coaching. You might have, let's say, you might have an academy program that you run. You might have a mastermind that you run. You might have a membership that you run. You might run retreats once a year or something. And you might have your free group that you run. So you might have a number of different offers, and people might either make their way up here. So it might be that they start on level 1 with you, then they move to level 2, then to level 3, then to level 4, then to level 5, or they might hop around the different offer levels. So these are the 3 kind of most known structures that you can build your business around. So I just want you to feel into that. So you don't need to know the detail. You don't need to know, but what would mine be? What would it be? Like, what exactly would they be? But which speaks to you? When you think about this coaching business that you desire to build, one where you trust you can earn the money that you want in any way you want to, which way feels most expansive for you? Which way feels most fun? So some people really like just this simplicity of one thing. Like, I just want that space. I want it to be simple. I just want one beautiful offer. Some of you will know that change gets you excited. So you need to have change within you. So for me personally, I've moved through them. I had one-to-one coaching first, then I moved to this, and then I moved to this. And the reason that I personally love this is because I love doing different things. I get bored if I do the same thing again and again and again and again. I like to be able to create new programs and new offers and new trainings and hold new space. And I know, because I'm ever kind of evolving and growing, that I've always got something new to share and to hold space around, and a new program or coaching container that I can create. So which feels most aligned for you? Tell me in the comments. Are you like the one thing, the triangle, or the ladder? Okay, you're definitely a ladder 2. Interesting. What else have we got? And again, we don't need to know the detail of this now, but this helps you start to kind of fill in some of those jigsaw pieces when it comes to building the dream business. So we've got some triangles, ladders. Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, as I said, you don't need to know all the parts of this. So you might think, you know what, I'm a ladder. I'm definitely a ladder. Right now, all your rungs might be empty. You might be like, I don't know what's going in all of these. All I know is I am going to do some one-to-one coaching. So I'm going to put that in there. And as I go, as my business grows, as my business evolves, maybe one more thing will go in. And then maybe 3 or 4 months later, another thing will go in. Maybe 3 or 4 months later, another thing will go in. And by the way, if you just want to do one-to-one coaching, you can still easily build a 6-figure business, one-to-one coaching. So don't feel like that has to not be aligned, right? So for example, even if you were working part-time as a coach, let's say you worked 4 days a week and you had 3 clients a day, you could be making more than, even if you were just charging £500 a month, which is really a starting point for your coaching, £500 a month, which would be 3, 6, 9, 12 clients a week, you could be earning 60k a year as a starting point. That's before you start putting your prices up. That's without holding different containers. That's without doing anything else. That's not even working full time, right? So it's definitely worth, don't think, oh, I need to have like the ladder of offers or the triangle if I want to hit those bigger money months. No, you don't. You can still do it with one-to-one coaching, right? You can absolutely still do it with one-to-one coaching. So again, don't do it from a place of need, do it from a place of desire. Okay, where have I got to? Sorry, I've got phone ringing, how rude. Okay, so point number 5, I'm aware of the time. Always go over on savings. I should just say that they're longer. So number 5 is our business grows as we do. Trust how it will unfold. So as I say, you don't need to have all the answers now. In fact, I would say that's how we sabotage ourselves, right? If you feel like you need to know all of the answers, tell me the how, tell me the how, tell me the how, then we basically overwhelm ourselves because there's too much detail involved. And we start thinking about, oh my God, I've got to do this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, whoa, this is all too much. And this feels hard and this feels overwhelming. And when am I going to do all of these things? And this doesn't feel in flow. So it's actually really important that we don't get sucked into all the detail, and we don't feel like we need to have all the answers now, because as you walk this journey, it's going to evolve with you. A little bit like when you're out on a walk, right? You might be walking up a hill and you can only see this particular hill. You don't actually know what's beyond it, but you trust that the pathway is going to continue. You walk up the hill and then you see, oh, right, this pathway moves through here and there's this beautiful stream and you can see the stream and you're looking forwards to walking by the stream, but you still don't know what's beyond that. So then you walk this part of the pathway and you walk along the stream and maybe you stop, you take your socks and shoes off, you paddle in the stream, you enjoy it, and then you get ready and you continue the pathway. Maybe the next bit turns and it's through a forest. You don't go, oh my God, like I need to know exactly where this is going. Like you trust the journey as you go. Same with coaching, so it feels in flow, so it feels abundant, so it has that level of ease to it. And you trust, yes, a few steps ahead, and you remember ultimately you know where you're going and you know why you're going there. Number 6 is that one of the secrets to building a 6-figure business and beyond is starting to build a personal brand and know how to position yourself online. Now, there is a big difference between a business brand and a personal brand. Your personal brand is basically saying, this is who I am. It's being able to show the world who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in. So for example, let's say you're utilizing social media, and you don't have to build a successful coaching business, but let's say you are, and you say, right, well, I want to, instead of just showing pictures of your kids, you share pieces of you. You share the cup of coffee that you enjoy at the weekend. You share the walk that you go on. You talk about something that you're passionate about. This is what building a personal brand is. You start to let people in to see aspects of you, not all of you, the pieces of you that you feel aligned to share, that you choose to share, so that when people think of you, they think of you, like they're clear on who you are as a human being, as a coach, as someone who can help them. So as we walk this journey, we want to be mindful around the fact that we're building a personal brand for ourselves, and that we're thinking about how we're positioning ourselves with our message. How are we talking about the coaching that we do? How are we helping people to see the value? How are we helping people to see the transformations that we can facilitate for our clients? Really thinking about that and how it evolves on your journey, because ultimately, for people to pay you, they need to know how you can help them. They need to see you. So it means we need to become visible in some way, whether it's online, whether it's offline, or a combination of the two. And when we're being visible, we need to think about, well, what is my visible self that I am showing to the world? We need it to be in alignment. We need it to feel good, because otherwise we won't do it. We'll avoid it. So it needs to feel like it's authentic and true to us. And there needs to be a mindfulness piece around it. Like, what is the part of you that you're presenting, so that people really see, wow, this is a woman who can help me. And this is one of those pieces that people struggle with, because yes, it's linked to marketing, and that in itself can bring up resistance in people, and the idea of being visible can bring up resistance in people, right? So this is one of those pieces that we often need to grow through, and we need to work on, and we need to think of it as like a piece of art that we get to work on and create, and it gets to be creative and fun, and this beautiful thing that evolves as we do. So if you haven't started thinking about your personal brand and how you position yourself as a coach, like, you need to start thinking about this puzzle piece so that it can begin to be put in place, because it will make a huge difference to the growth of your business. Number 7 is you activate dream clients when you claim it for yourself. So when you decide, when you name and claim it, this is a business that I'm building, this is the woman that I am, this is the journey that I'm taking, I have decided this is how I help people, this is how I charge for the help that I do, like, this is my journey, and you step into it fully, you'll find that you activate people as you go. Now, this was one of the things that I struggled with probably the most. In the early days of my coaching business, I used to honestly be like, I don't know anyone who would want to pay me for coaching. I don't know people who have the money for coaching. I don't know people who even understand coaching. Like, I am not connected to people who are going to say, Claire, let me pay you to be my coach. So in the early days, I struggled with this because I wasn't showing up in that place, and I wasn't activating the people around me. It's been as I've grown my coaching business and I've activated that within me, that it's blown my mind the number of people who have come into my world and come to me for coaching who I've known since I was like a child, a teenager, in my early 20s. But when I was 30 years old, building my coaching business, I was like, I don't know anyone who would want coaching from me, except I was already connected to so many people who have since come to me for coaching from me, who have joined my programs, who have worked with me, who have joined my memberships, and all of those different things. So very often, because of our vision, a little bit like, you know, when I asked my daughter to go and get the washing powder, and she's like, it's not here. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's on the second shelf on the right. And she's like, it's definitely not, Mum. It's not. And I go in there and I'm like, here. And she's like, oh, I didn't see that. Right. It's like we don't see it because we're not fully embodying it, because we haven't activated it. So when it comes to us deciding, us like figuring out how to position ourselves, us working on our personal messaging, all of these pieces, suddenly, boom, we activate those people who are already in our lives, and you suddenly will realize, oh my God, like these people are already here. I'm already connected to all these people. Now, I say that, but the other thing to be super mindful of when building your coaching business is the power of one. So often we get caught up in the numbers. Oh, like I need all these people to be able to build this business. No, you need one person. You need one person who has a problem or a desire linked to how you help. And you need to speak to that person and help them to see that you are the person to help them. So it's only one person at a time. So instead of thinking, oh, I need to find like 20 clients, which can feel really overwhelming, it's like, no, I just need one client, and then one client, and then one client. And when you do it that way, and when you see that one client as the human being that they are, with all the potential that they have, when you really tune into that person, that's when the magic happens. because they feel seen by you. And when people feel seen, they're ready to say yes. Is this making sense? Okay, and then finally, the last piece is when you think about this business, and I use the language around this a lot, but when I actually think about how I do this myself, it doesn't quite match the language that I always use. You become the woman who has the six-figure business. You don't build the six-figure business. Does that make sense? So instead of thinking, how am I going to build this business? How am I going to build this business? How am I going to build this business? You instead ask yourself, who is the woman I am becoming? Who is the six-figure soul-led woman I am becoming now? What would she do in this moment? What action would she take? What would she tell herself? What decision would she make? I've often said in some of my trainings, when I was really at that place where I was like really I made that decision that I was growing my business. So I decided that I was like a growing coach, and I was like, I'm all into this. I put up a picture on my wall of Tony Robbins, because at the time I was like super into Tony Robbins, and I would be like, what would Tony do? Like if I was struggling, if I was procrastinating, if I was getting into panic around something, I'd be like, what would Tony do? Okay, Tony would say, just do it. So just do it. Stop worrying about that. Stop panicking about that. Stop thinking, oh, but what if I put it out and no one buys it? What would Tony do? He'd say, put it out there, like create it and they will come. Trust, sell it. He'd do all those things. But actually, since then, I realized there was a much more powerful, much more aligned way to do that. And instead of asking myself, what would Tony do? I started asking myself, like, what would six-figure Claire do? Okay, what would six-figure Claire do? Six-figure Claire would say, you know what, you've got this. Like, sit down, write it, it's going to be worth it. Six-figure Claire would say, you know what, even if no one buys this, it's going to move you forward. So you've got to put it out there anyway, because if you don't put it out there, well, there's definitely not going to be anyone who buys it. Six-figure Claire would say, make that investment, because the only way you're going to grow is by investing in yourself. Six-figure Claire would say, do it before you feel ready. Like, just trust yourself. You feel this inside of you for a reason. Trust it. Go for it. You've got this. So I would instead always be like, who is the woman that I'm becoming? And from that place, what are the decisions that I'm making? How would I talk to myself? You've got this. You've got this. You can do this. Like, trust, be in flow, enjoy it. Life is working for you. The more fun you have, the more money you make. Your business grows with ease, like dream clients flow your way, all of these kind of things, right? So I realized that there was a big difference between Claire, who was trying to build her business, versus Claire, who was at six figures. The self-talk was different. The actions were different. The alignment was different. The decision-making was different. Claire here was in kind of fear and scarcity, but what if it doesn't work? And what if it doesn't happen? And like, where will the money come from? And six-figure Claire was like, trust, invest in yourself. Like, literally, you will get what you desire from this, or you will grow. Like, if you feel this, what will happen if you don't do this? Well, nothing. So just damn well do it. Like, trust. So there was a big difference between six-figure Claire's actions, thoughts, beliefs, and just starting out Claire's actions, thoughts, beliefs. This is the way, it's when we step into this that we actually build the business, because we naturally take the aligned action. So even if right now you don't see yourself this way, that's okay. Because even down here, you can ask yourself the question, what would this version of me do, say, think, believe? And that's the secret to fast tracking your way to a six-figure business and beyond. It's not, how am I building this business? How am I building this business? How am I building this business? Focusing on the detail, the struggle, the push, all of those things, the masculine energy. It's going into the feminine energy of belief, quantum leaping yourself forwards and stepping into that now. So 8 things, 8 different puzzle pieces for you to be aware of as you grow this business, as you step into becoming the woman who owns the abundant, beautiful business that makes a difference to so many people, the woman who walks her talk, the woman who is fully embodied, the coach who is powerful beyond belief, and absolutely trusts her pathway, trusts her power, knows that she can navigate any and every situation, who allows herself that growth, who allows herself that ease, who allows herself that flow. So I want you to feel into which of these 8 pieces really resonate for you, and which do you get to claim and step into even more. Decide which level of coaching do you really want to be and why. Trust the journey and step into that mindset of the version of you who already has this. Each and every one of you has the potential to do this and go so much further. But it begins with naming it. It begins with claiming it. Even if you don't know the how, you don't fully believe it, there's all those little moments of doubt in your humanness, you have still got this. You can still do this. Not only can you, but in a way you need to, because the world needs you and the world needs your gifts. The coaching industry is booming. Let's fill it with coaches who are embodied, who have belief, who are working for the greater good, who really want to make a difference in the world with their own areas of expertise, with their own journeys, with their own love, with their own abundance that they pour into the different coaching containers that they hold. So those of you who have been on this journey with me and you've already joined my program, I want to say thank you. I can't wait to begin with you next week. I will see you there. Those of you who have enjoyed today, but you know, like you're all good, you're ready to go, thank you for being with me. And for those of you who are ready to hear a little bit more about the Impactful Coach, what it is, what it entails, how does it work, how do we take you on this journey, how do we really step you into your power around coaching, what are the different elements that you learn as being an Impactful Coach, how does this help you build the dream business, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up my slides and I'm going to talk you through in a little bit more detail the Impactful Coach program. Doors are open. However, they close on Sunday or before. There's only 3 or 4 places left in this program. I only run it once a year. It is my most powerful program. It is an incredible program, and it gives you every single thing that you need to build an empowered coaching practice on your terms, in your way, feeling fully aligned, fully embodied, like absolutely on this. So on that note, I'm going to bring up the slides. Give me a moment. Hopefully the tech bit will work now, because when I tried it earlier, we were having a few problems. There we go, share screen, perfect. So hopefully you can see this and you can still see me up here. The Impactful Coach program is a program for those who realize powerful coaching is much more than a framework, and who are ready to build their dream life, helping others create theirs. This is really, for me, the foundation piece. This is why coaching is so powerful, because you get to live your best life. You get to create your dream life as you support others in doing it to theirs. So it's a win, win, and win for everyone. Together during this program, we're going to unlock the true embodiment of your work. That means you're not just going to know it up here, you're going to fully live it. When you're fully living your work, you become magnetic to your dream clients. People notice that things are different. You really do get into that place of flow and confidence and ease. We're going to uncover your greatest gifts, those things that you have inside of yourself that you haven't fully owned yet, or you haven't fully given yourself permission to share with the world yet. We are going to do that. We're going to connect you with your purpose and really get you walking that pathway so that you feel fully aligned, so that you feel fully lit up, so that you are absolutely excited to create this in your lifetime. And we're going to bring all of you into the coaching that you do. So yes, it's about your life experiences. Yes, it's about your knowledge. Yes, it's about how you coach. It's about all of you, because no one else is you. Your uniqueness is your magic. This is what makes you different to every single other coach out there who has ever lived or ever will live. It is your individuality that is the key to your coaching success. So, unleashing the money-making, impact-creating coach in you. It's a 4-month journey, and we base it around 5 key modules that really do help create that transformation within you, that give you the tools, that give you the skills, and that help you build the business from a fully aligned place. So, at a glance, these are some of the key elements that happen weekly within the Impactful Coach program. Firstly, you have a training each week. This is a deep dive training. I always deliver it live, and it's going to be this is going to build upon itself. So this is the learning piece. I'm going to teach you the tools. I'm going to teach you the frameworks. I'm going to teach you the energetic work. I'm going to teach you the positioning work. I'm going to teach you the embodiment work. I'm going to give you each and every module that's going to help you to grow as we go through this program. You have workbooks to help you implement the work that we do during those training sessions. So you're not going to finish the session being a bit like, okay, that was lovely, I feel inspired, but now what? You're going to know exactly what you can do to move forwards. We're going to do the embodiment activation. So this is about not just doing the work, it's about becoming the woman. So we're going to create those shifts energetically inside of you. We're going to release any blocks. We're going to help you to grow. We're going to help you step into that next level version of you as we go through this program so that you can see how powerful it is. Each week, there's going to be group coaching and Q&A sessions with me, so that if you get stuck, if you have questions, if you're not sure about anything, if you're having a little wobble, we're going to support you. We're going to get you back on track. I'm going to help you know how to implement this for yourself, because it is about you building a bespoke practice that's fully aligned for you. It's not a one size fits all. So what's really important in this program is I'm going to help you take the training and implement it in a way that's fully aligned to you and the business that you want to create. There's going to be peer coaching. Now, peer coaching is next level. It means that you're going to get coached every week, and you're going to get coached, and you're going to coach every single week. And Lou said the same thing twice then. That means that you're going to be able to practice all of these tools, all of these skills. You're going to get super confident in your own coaching ability, and you're going to go through your own coaching evolution. You're going to grow big time during this program. And then at the end, we have a coaching assessment. So basically, you'll submit your coaching to me. There'll be some other pieces that you do, and that means that you'll get the Impactful Coach certification. You can pop it on your wall, you can share it on your social media. It's your way to say, like, this is me, I've done the training, I've been through the journey, I am an impactful coach. So Module 1, how does Module 1 actually look? Module 1 is the energetic and practical techniques and tools to facilitate transformational growth. So it's really, what are the tools, what are the frameworks for you to begin this journey? And I'm going to show you different ones, because ultimately, I don't want you to just follow a framework. I think that that's where many coaching schools fall short. It's like, here's a framework, go and follow it. No, that makes you wooden in your approach. It limits the kind of coaching that you do. It limits your ability. It limits your freedom as a coach. That is not what we want to do. I'm going to teach you these tools in a way that you can make them your own, that you can play with them, that they are more like the key that opens a door that allows you to go deeper. So I'm going to basically teach you how to use these tools in absolute flow. So you're going to discover the energetic coaching tools that allow you to coach with more confidence, more ease. It's so much more than a framework. I'm going to teach you the conscious communication method for really powerful client breakthroughs. This is powerhouse. It's kind of 4 key pieces that are going to transform the coaching that you do. You're going to discover the secret to using archetypes and symbolism within your coaching. So much of clients' work happens in the subconscious mind. They're not fully aware of it. So we need to find ways to tap into the subconscious mind powerfully and quickly. And archetypes and symbolism do that beautifully. It's one of the things that most coaching programs do not cover, and it is so powerful. I'm going to teach you to master the magic of coaching flow, so that within your coaching sessions, it feels easy, it feels effortless. You get to really enjoy the sessions that you hold. They fill your cup up rather than draining you. That's going to transform how you feel as a coach each and every day. By the end of Module 1, you're going to be able to confidently utilize the physical and the energetic tools to support client breakthroughs, feel confident in the foundations of impactful coaching. Module number 2, positioning yourself powerfully as a coach. How do we make you stand out? How do we help your dream clients know that you are the person that they have been searching for? How do you share online and offline so that you bring the clients to you? So Module 2 is we identify your zone of genius, being clear on your strengths, your gifts, the areas in life you already thrive in. This is where you can create epic client breakthroughs. So often, your dream clients are a past version of you. So I'm going to show you how you bring this together in a way that you can really share powerfully. I'm going to teach you the secret of the power trifecta to understand your unique positioning as coach and the perfect how you are a perfect match for your clients. We also bring into this coach, mentor, and teacher, and that's a game changer for so many people when you really know how to embrace this within your coaching. You're going to become crystal clear on who in the world needs your coaching and what it is you do to help them. So how do you position yourself? How do you talk about the coaching that you do so people get it? And I'm going to help you become a match for your dream coaching clients by activating energetic alignment. We talked a little bit about frequency. Each and every one of us are at a certain frequency. We want to be able to hold the energetic frequency that our clients desire. That's what attracts them to us. So I'm going to teach you how to tap into this energetic frequency that basically flicks that switch within your dream clients. By the end of this module, you'll have full clarity on who you're serving, your own unique coaching style. You'll understand what you bring to the coaching conversations, what makes you unique and the perfect match for the people that you coach. Number 3 is embodiment, being, believing, unraveling and rebuilding identity that unlocks our fullest potential. So this is a really powerful module. Sorry, let me have a little sip of coffee. This is a really powerful module for 2 reasons. Number 1, you're going to go through this module. It's going to help you grow in the most incredible ways. You're going to see how powerful it is. And by experience, this is like experiential learning, right? By experiencing this yourself, you're going to be able to utilize this so powerfully with your clients. Identity work is such a key work in the coaching world. It really is a secret to long-lasting change with clients. This is the difference between the coaches that people rave about and those coaches who just don't seem to be able to kind of hold that space for those breakthroughs. So this is an incredible module. You're going to discover how to excavate and recode limiting beliefs for powerful identity up levels, how to attune yourself and your clients to higher vibrational states that rapidly attract more of what you desire, how to create effortless connection with others and grow a powerful, inspiring, supportive network, how to gain clarity and connect your true purpose so you can guide your clients to do the same. So this is really about that embodiment, really about that identity up leveling. By the end of this module, you'll be able to facilitate deep transformational coaching with your clients that goes beyond the conventional coaching frameworks. You're going to be able to read your client's energy and create rapid breakthroughs. Module 4, becoming the impactful coach, the practice, structure, and client attraction to build your business empire. So this is where we shift gears a little bit. And we kind of move from who are you as a coach, what are the tools, what are the skills, how are you positioning yourself, how are you living this, how are you working with your clients, to starting to shift into more of the business side of it. How are you structuring the work that you do? How are you pricing your programs? How are you attracting the clients? How are you actually building this business in a really aligned way? So this is how you embrace your value as a coach, allowing you to manifest and receive clients and income with ease through your coaching business. You build a business structure that creates abundance and supports your dream lifestyle. So we'll look at how you create that income that's really stable, as opposed to those like high and low months. How you create aligned strategy for establishing online presence. How do we get you online and present online in a way that feels in flow for you? We're going to look at discovering the secrets of purposeful pricing. So clients say yes to working with you. We're going to get rid of that ickiness or the lifelong struggle that so many people have with pricing. We're going to change that for good. And I'm going to help you learn how to position yourself powerfully as a coach and attract high-end coaching clients you love to work with. And that is such a key part of this. When you're no longer playing small, when you're no longer keeping your prices down, when you give yourself permission to begin coaching at that higher end, life becomes so much easier for you, and your clients are literally dream clients. So I'm really going to teach you how to embrace that and the small changes that make all the difference. So by the end of this module, you'll know how to attract and create dream clients who are a match for your coaching style. You'll be confident in how to onboard them, sell your services in alignment, and build a thriving coaching business. And module 5, finally, aligned living and embodying the coach mentality is, ta-da, unlock your feminine leadership and become magnetic to align clients. So you'll have heard me talk about it. This is not about push, struggle. We want to shift from the masculine paradigm more into the feminine paradigm. We want there to be flow in your coaching business. We want that kind of feminine leadership, not the push, not the order, not the like, you will do it this way, but instead you stepping into this fully and other people choosing to follow. You'll begin living your dream life and inspiring others to do the same. Build a belief that successful businesses are built upon and become a money-making coach. And then I'm going to teach you how to scale your business beyond 6 figures while maintaining that life balance, really stepping into that lifestyle coach that I talked about earlier. So by the end of this module, you'll have all the tools, mindset, clarity to be the impactful coach. You'll have a clear plan on how to hit your business growth goals as a coach and begin building your dream life in total alignment and flow. And what I haven't really mentioned in there, but I think is important to say, is as we go through this program, you're going to be working with clients, you're going to be charging money working with clients, you're going to be earning income as a coach as you go through this program. And I think that that's really important because it really impacts your confidence and your self-belief. So by the time you get to the end of the program, it's not like now I've finished and, oh, I've got to go find the clients. You're going to be in the flow with this. You're going to be like fully embodied in that impactful coach mentality, working with the clients, receiving the money and continuing to grow from there. You also receive a beautiful little certificate. We're going to do that in a beautiful in-person day at the end. We're going to celebrate you and you'll have that certificate to pop on your wall, pop on your social media to share that you have completed the impactful coach certification. And right now there are bonuses available. These are worth, I think, over £2,000. So we have visible as fuck. This is about becoming visible on social media. It's going to obviously support you in your journey. The clarity and confidence cure. It's a journey that helps you get clearer on where you're going and what you're doing. There's going to be so much here that you can again use with your clients. There's money, abundance and wealth breakthrough. As I said, your money mindset is really important. Keeping your energy clean with money is really important. This is going to help you big time in how you do that. And then the dream client love letter vault, that's a tech bit that I'll talk about later in the program, but it's going to save you a huge amount of time. Deep down, is this calling to your soul? I really believe that we are born to be coaches. I believe that there's something inside of us that pulls, that desires, that says, that whispers, that speaks to our soul and says, you were born to do this. You were born for more. There's a part of us that knows that we were put here in this lifetime to go through this journey and then support others to do the same. So if you feel this calling to your soul, if you know deep down you're meant to do this, but maybe you're a bit afraid, maybe you've been holding yourself back, maybe you have some of those mind monkeys saying, but what if, maybe if you have that doubt, maybe you've been saying perhaps later, perhaps I'm just not ready yet. I want you to ask yourself 2 questions and maybe even journal on these later today. Number 1, what will change if you don't do this? If you feel this calling, but you keep on ignoring it, if you feel this calling, but you tell yourself you're not ready yet, if you feel this calling and you say, yes, one day, what's going to change for you? Versus what's going to change if you decide that you are all in? If you decide to say, hell yes, bring it on. I trust that I am ready. I trust that I am worthy. I trust that I can do this. I trust the call that my soul is giving to me, and I'm going to begin walking this pathway. Because the truth is, the sky is not the limit. When I began my own coaching journey, I did not have a clue that it would bring me to where I am now, with the life that I get to live now, with the women that I get to work with now, with the work that I get to do. It blows my mind. Honestly, when I first trained as a coach, I just kind of wanted to fix myself. And I hoped that maybe I'd be able to get paid for doing some coaching. Maybe one day I could start earning £20,000 a year and be able to be with the kids and be able to do some coaching. Never did I imagine that it would lead me to where I am today. And so the truth is, so much can change. Everything can change, even if you don't fully believe it, see it, know it yet. So what do you want to create in 2022 and beyond? The doors are open, early bird pricing is on, bonuses are available. There's only about 3 or 4 spaces left. The doors close Sunday night. Let me just stop sharing my screen so I can see you. So if this is speaking to you, If it's calling to your soul, if you know deep down you were born for more, maybe you have questions. If you have questions, message me. If you want to talk to me, book in for a session. Otherwise, jump in and decide now is your time. Your soul is speaking to you for a reason. When are you going to give yourself permission to do this? The link to the sales page is in the group. I'll be emailing it out again today. I'm just thinking if there's a way that I can grab it and share it with you. I think there probably is, actually. Let me get this. I think, bear with me a second while I go find it for you. No, that's not it. I should have probably just had it ready. ClickFunnels. Bear with me a second. I'm going to find the actual link for you. So if you've been struggling to find the page, then you've got it. Impact Coach Program. There we go, early bird. Right, so I think this link should work for you all. Let me pop it in a little chat. I should probably have been organised with that before. There it is. And just so you know, there is currently an extended payment plan available. So normally we do a pay in full and we do a 6-month payment option around this. Right now, I've got a 10-month payment option in place. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really want you spending 10 months paying this off. What I want you to do is, if you need to, go for the 10-month option, but decide that you are going to start earning money and you're going to pay back that 10 months before the 10 months. That's what I want you to do, because 10 months is a long time. And the truth is, it shouldn't take you that long. I understand that right now you might need a slightly extended plan, because right now, this month, maybe next month, it's going to feel a little bit tight. But if it speaks to your soul, I also want you to decide that, you know what, within the next 4 months, I'm going to pay this back in full, because I've got this. I'm bringing in the clients, like I'm stepping into this space. I am naming and claiming this journey for me. So if you've got questions, Rachel, for example, message me. Let's have a chat. I've got some time today and I've got some time on Sunday. So easiest way to get in touch with me is message me on social media. My personal profile, this is what it looks like. Feel free to send me a friend request. If I can find it, can I find my own personal profile? There we go. This is me on social media. So come find me, Claire McPherson, send me a friend request, send me a message, and I'm happy to either just go backwards and forth with any questions that you've got, or we can sort out a time to hop on a call. This program is not going to be running again until next year, later on next year, certainly not the beginning of next year. So now is the time to do this if it's speaking to you. Thank you for being here with me. Sending lots of love. Go do this. You have got this. Step into that belief, step into that abundance, recognize that you are born for more. And I will see you really soon. Mwah. Sending so much love to you all. I hope you've enjoyed today. That's it. Bye.